Tony Blair talks about his own experience and in a speech of corporate social responsibility, he's talking about the roles of the employees being confused and their roles confused in the companies and stuff. So, similarly, in India, we have Mr. Ratan Tata, we've got the Ambanis, we've got lots and lots of other people, Mr. R.K. Narayan Murthy and stuff, and we have lots and lots of other people you can look at from the World Bank. You can look at people who are with the media, people who are doing something in retail, something in real estate. DLF is one brand and stuff. You have the Founders Club, which has so many people from different countries. Then you have Alibaba, you have so many brands, and they're not talking just about simply making money. They're also talking about a service or a product or a vision which takes you in the long run and stuff. So they're talking about the CSR where communities need to be brought into the picture and stuff. And as a result of your revenues and the taxes that are gained from the sales and stuff, they are going to go indirectly into the community and benefit not just the company but the world and the country also as well. So this is a great insight because as I see Anita Roddick's story, she says, you know what, I mean, I didn't give a bloody damn to the money. I wanted only my products to sell. So I think I've shared this before a few months back or a year back or something, that when you have a product and stuff like that, it is a service, it is a product, it is the quality, it is your relationship. What is it that you stand out? What is your USP? What is your innovation that all that drives the business and stuff? And what is the long term, benefit of associating with you or collaborating with you that will drive your business and get you the profit and stuff like that. So all your marketing, all your branding, all your PR and everything which is paid for or which is just bought and stuff is that it is irrelevant if it is a product which is not known by people and stuff. But if you have a brand strategy or a business strategy or whatever, it makes sense to have all the monies pumped into building a brand and a service where people can recognize with the product, and your personality kind of percolates into the products and stuff like that. Okay, so if you see if you were to look at the top 10 designers, let's say you look at Manish Malhotra, let's say you look at Reena Dhaka, you look at Ritu Kumar, you look at who else? You look at US Polo. You look at US Polo. Okay, forget it, it's not a designer brand. You look at okay, so whatever the royal families, what they have to offer and stuff like that, you will know that there is also a rational or there's also a personalized design sense which flows through most of the designs and the creations and stuff like that. And the finish, the treatment, the quality and everything gets reflected when personalized attention has been given to the products and stuff like that. And the focus is not just about the money, but the focus is also about getting appreciation and recognition from your clients and from people who are going to follow that or online or offline and stuff like that. So when somebody comes in and says, you know what, I love this particular piece, I've not seen this, so this is one which I had done as a sample and stuff. So somebody comes in and says, you know what, I love this and it's been with me for the last 8 months, 9 months or a year, and nothing has happened to it. It kind of reasserts the confidence in me and my own creations and stuff like that. So similarly, when you have products and stuff like that, you have to pay more attention to the finish, the design. You have to pay more attention to the quality. You have to pay more attention to the service. You have to pay attention to the packaging. You have to pay attention to your communication. And when you have products and service and stuff like that, your follow-up has to be really good and really strong. And what is also important is that you pay attention and emphasis to what the client grievance and feedback is. Only talking about it and only discussing it and looking at the complaints and stuff makes no sense unless and until you take action to kind of undo it or kind of give them a better product or offering the next time and stuff. So I'm Justine Kapani. I'm the founder and CEO of I'm Decon Design. This has got lots and lots of good products in it. So they're talking about the CSR activity, they're talking about the international works, they're talking about connecting the dots, they're talking about giving employment to people, they're talking about bringing artisans on board, they're talking about how working for a company can also benefit its people, not from just making money and stuff, but also from the culture and the exposure that they get and stuff. So what's really important also is to look at brands like Coke, Atlanta. It's important to look at German brands. It's important to look at international brands and stuff like that, and understand that it is not the money, but actually the product and the vision that drives the force or propels any company or any brand forward. So when you look at the CEO of JP Morgan, he talks a lot of stuff, and he says that yes, you know what, there is a purpose and there is a vision, but as a bank, there is also a sense of responsibility towards the country, towards the community, towards its people, and stuff like that, because you're responsible for the careers and lives of a lot of people and stuff like that. So when you're launching a brand or you're kind of coming up with an idea or something as a startup board, lots of interesting stuff and insights have to be got into perspective and stuff like that, and it can't be a fly-by company where you make an announcement and you just disappear from the scene. Okay, so what's really important is to kind of also take a look at the past that you've been in, the present that you're in, and also taking a look at where the future can be for yourself. If you do not know how big your brand is going to grow or how great you're going to grow and stuff like that, what makes sense is to kind of get professional insights from experts, probably a CA, probably a bank, probably a financer, probably a design company or an advertising company, probably somebody who's already done the work and stuff, and then you launch it. So this is why you have mentors and seniors and stuff like that. And always trust your own instinct on what you're doing, because I shared a story yesterday that when I went to meet somebody who's studied in Chicago, who's handling most of the brands in India, they've got Korea to India, they've got Japan to India, they've got other brands coming to India. You have this realization that you have to understand your product, and you have to understand why you in it and what are you in it for and stuff, and how great and how better it can get. So I think after looking at my production stuff like that, they gave me a indirect compliment that I'm at par with a certain brand which they love and follow and stuff like that. So it's very important to take a breather and also research and see how you can get better. What has worked maybe for a different brand in terms of a product and stuff may not work for you and stuff, but what you've been looking at and what you've been working on may work better, because you're going to put in more passion and more energy than anybody else is. Never let anybody tell you that, you know what, I've seen this and it's just very average, and I've seen this product somewhere else and stuff like that. Let me remind you, there is a car on the road. Other people also have a car, but that doesn't stop or discourage anybody from buying a car. You may be wearing a pair of jeans. 10 more people are wearing those jeans. You may be wearing a piece of jewelry. 10 more people are going to be wearing that and stuff like that. So never ever get disheartened or discouraged by what people give you as a feedback and stuff. And in market space on Facebook and social media and other places, you will see similar stuff. But I have to let you know and I have to inform you this, that the treatment of the product, the finish of the product, the material that they used inside the product, the finish they've given you, the weight of the product, the quality of the fabric that they've used, or the material that they used is the driving force for any quality product and stuff like that. I mean, I can go to a regular market and pick up a sofa which may cost me only, let's say, half the price of maybe what a designer kind of a person like me would do, but then there's definitely an upper hand a designer or a expert will have, because they will give you either a bigger warranty, or their fabric will be much better, which is probably 5 years or 10 years of warranty or whatever. Maybe the wood they've used, maybe the cane they've used, maybe the stitching they've done is going to be different and stuff. So it's not easy to kind of understand what you see on Amazon and what you see on other websites and stuff. But the point is, when you have a product before you, you'll know what I'm talking about and stuff. Okay. So that's that. I'm Jashin Kapani. The purpose, the vision, the rationale. Why do you want to launch a product? Why do you want to launch a business? Where do you want to go 5 years later? How innovative are you? How different are you? How are you contributing to the community? How are you contributing to the society? All of that are really very important. And also what's very important is to kind of keep your motto and keep your ethics in place and stuff like that. Be transparent and be honest when you are doing your business development and your dealings and stuff. Have all your documentation in place, have your contracts in place, and look at the longer picture, because you have all kinds of clients coming into you and stuff, and you can tap into different countries as well. So what's very important is to do the back end work. and to have all your contracts and collaborations crystal clear and stuff like that. Get a legal party on board, have a operations person on board, have a designer on board, have a marketing team on board, have a service team on board. Have probably, I mean, you have to have a team in place and stuff to do this stuff. And if you're a single person designer or a personality doing stuff on your own, a big salute to you, because it takes a lot of energy and time to build something which people think is just, it's just very easy and stuff. But actually, there are endless nights and days and researches and meetings, lots of no's before the yeses happen and stuff. Okay, so stay sharp, stay intelligent, upgrade yourself, get some nice books, read, and do not let your creative side die. If somebody says I'm bored, it's not a question of being bored, it's just that it's a term which you've used to kind of signify how you're feeling. But the point is, once you've identified what is boring you and why you're bored, you have to look at what is it that is going to get you out of that thought process, or out of that particular feeling that you're kind of a part of and stuff. So do something different. Say, for example, I've not been feeling well and I've got cough and cold and fever and stuff. So I know that there are 4 5 things I'm going to do, healthy habits which are going to help me and stuff. And when I bounce back or I get back to my work and stuff like that, I'm going to get fitter and I'm going to get even better, and I may be even fresher because I've not spent my time on social media or on Facebook, but I've done stuff offline which is going to kind of give me that energy and it's going to make me feel better. Yeah, so love and luck and take care and have fun. I'm on jashinkapani.im@gmail.com and jkapani at gmail.com. Get creative, stay light, have fun, enjoy some music, read some books, watch some movies, spend time in nature, play a sport, eat your favorite food, go to an art gallery, call your friends, meet up. All of that helps you kind of unwind and get better. It cannot be just about work and marketing and PR forever. Okay, so love and luck and take care. Have fun, have a blast, and thank you so much for your messages and for your inspirational, quotes which you send religiously to me every day. I mean, hats off to your energies and your efforts. Even if I don't reply, those still continue. So thank you so much, and catch you in person very soon. Take care and bye bye.